In this video, I'm bringing you 4 interesting things you may not know about Manchester. Manchester is recognized as one of UK's most iconic cities. It made its mark globally with its vibrant music scenes, legendary football teams, and industrial revolution. In Manchester, it is not all about catchy tunes, football matches, or industrial strength. It is also a place where you have a cocktail of cultures and glamorous traditions. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about some interesting things you may not know about Manchester. Number 1. The name Manchester. A city with a very quirky name. You think with all its history and culture, its name would have some profound meaning, right? Well, it turns out Manchester's name is cheekier than you'd expect. Legend has it that it comes from the Latin word mama, which means breast. Yep, you heard that right. A breast-like heel. Some say it could also mean mother, referencing a local river goddess. The name is based on the 2 hills that stands in between a crossing point on the river Medlock. The 2 hills resemble a woman's breast, therefore the place was called Mamutium, or its variant Mancunio, which means breast-shaped hill. That's why the citizens are called Mancunians. The Chester in the name is an Old English word, Chester, which means fortified town. So, over time, it became Manchester. So there you go for the fortified breast-like hill city, now known as Manchester. Number 2. Conception of the iconic luxury car brand, Rolls-Royce. The 4th of May 1904, Sir Charles Stewart Rolls and Frederick Henry Royce met right here at this hotel for lunch. 2 brilliant minds, one from London and the other from Peterborough, came together in the bustling city of Manchester and cooked up something legendary. Charles Stewart Rolls, a car enthusiast from his university days, was tired of selling foreign cars in his dealership. Meanwhile, Sir Henry Royce, a genius engineer turned car builder, was tinkering away in his workshop. In came a mutual friend named Henry Edmonds, who couldn't wait to brag about Henry Royce's shiny new 10 horsepower car to Charles Rolls. He set up a meeting at Manchester's Midland Hotel, where Henry Royce rolled up with his beautiful masterpiece. It was love at first sight, or drive, for Charles Rolls, who knew he struck gold, and just like that, the iconic luxury car brand Rolls-Royce began its journey into the roads around the world. So next time you're in Manchester, remember that it's not just a city, it's also where the iconic luxury car brand Rolls Royce revved its engine into existence. Number 3. Manchester's Curry Mile. The Curry Mile is a nickname for the part of Wilmslow Road running through the center of Rusholme area in South Manchester. The name is earned from the large number of restaurants, takeaways, and kebab houses specializing in the cuisines of South Asia and Middle East. It is the largest concentration of South Asian restaurants in the United Kingdom. The name was coined in the 1980s to describe Britain's largest concentration of South Asian restaurants and takeaways. The street became renowned as one of the best places in Britain to get a curry, attracting celebrities, tourists, students, and football fans in their thousands. So, armed with my hunger and a nose for adventure, I dove into one of these aromatic eateries, and let me tell you, it was like an explosion of flavor in my mouth. Trust me.
I'll be back.
I had mixed kebab. Sorry I'm not sharing the video. That was for my stomach, not for you all to see. If you are in Manchester and your taste buds are begging for some spicy excitement, look no further than the Curry Mile. From mouth-watering curries to sizzling kebabs and scrumptious shawarmas, this legendary strip has got it all. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you for the flavor-packed adventure, and you'll never regret the trip to this foodie paradise. Number 4. Chams Library. The Chams Library is the oldest library open to the public in England. It's the first public library in England and in the United Kingdom. It opened its doors to the public in 1653. It's the oldest library in the English-speaking part of the world. Let's go in and have a look. Humphrey Chams, born in 1580 and died in 1653. He was a successful English textile merchant, a financier, and a philanthropist. He was a shrewd businessman. He didn't want the English Parliament to take his money upon his death, so he left money in his will to establish a library and pay for books. When he was looking for a befitting place to build the school and library, he saw the building's potential and he specified that it was to be purchased by the executors of his will. After his death in 1653, the executors carried out his wish and bought the building for £400. Restoration was done on the building at the cost of £100 and it became fit for purpose. The beautiful old sandstone buildings, together with the magnificent library interior, created a unique atmosphere for readers and visitors alike. This library opened to the public after the death of Humphrey Chams in 1653 and has become the oldest functioning library in the English-speaking part of the world. Newly acquired books were chained to the bookcases or presses so you could not take them away. The visitors would read the books right there by the bookcases. The legendary philosophers Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels always visited the library from Germany. They always sat in this very room. They collaborated on many ideas from this very library. Now, knowledge is right on your fingertips wherever you are in the world. Remember that it used to be so limited that only privileged or lucky people with means will travel very far to read books chained to bookcases. Personally, I have new level of appreciation for Google. As I wrap up this episode about Manchester, these are only few out of the many interesting things that I could bring to you about the city. Scientists famously split the atom at the University of Manchester, showing that even the smallest things in Manchester are inclined to break big records. This city doesn't just play with the big ideas, it breaks them apart to see what makes them tick. Until the next one, hit the notification bell, like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel so I can bring you more interesting videos. See you on the next one.